Dexy, I know you're gonna kill this shit.
Yo, people, what you telling me back again for another footy talk? Lewis, what's good, my brother?
I mean, what's good is that we play tomorrow so I can forget about the weekend, innit? That's all that's good. Because nothing else has been good over this weekend. This weekend has been meaty as hell, man. Lost at home to Sunderland, and deservedly so. And, like, we'll talk about the centre-backs and everything, but look, there was, like, 3 good players in that match. And the goalkeeper was one of them. So there was a lot of players that didn't turn up for me. Obviously, we know the Groomers got the win on the weekend as well. We've kind of dropped to 9th in the table. 4 points off second. So, like, I still don't think there's anything to panic about right now. But it's dropping points in winnable games that's pissing me off. Because I've said that this run should have been a clean sweep. And I still think it can be a clean sweep. But now you're leaving very little room for error over the next month. Because I think we'll be relatively fine once we get the likes of Delap, Palmer, Fofana playing a bit more consistently and getting them back to full sharpness. But that's not going to be now. That's going to be in a couple weeks. I still think we can win every game up until the Arsenal game. But for goodness sake, Sunderland, you could beat. You could easily beat them, even with their start to the season, even with how resolute they are defensively. You could have won that game, and you fumbled it.
What's
Many
your
players
reasoning for not winning that game? Well, what's your rationale for not winning that game, even? Because I don't think there's a good enough fucking reason to not win that.
There's no good reason for it. Absolutely not. Like, there's people you can look at for it, but there's no good reason for it. This is a game that you should be winning. Like, we'll get to the centre backs in due course, because like there was a whole fucking like 80 minutes before that stupidness at the back. Well, 90 minutes. A whole load of stupidness going on before that. We didn't create anything after they equalized. We were good up until the equalizer, and then after the equalizer, they sat back, played a compact back five, and we couldn't do anything with it. And I also think like there's this thing about Chelsea mentally where I think for the big games against the big teams, we're a lot more switched on. We handle situations a lot better. We're a lot more alert. But when it's these sorts of matches against teams that we should be beating and they give us one little sucker punch, it's like we don't really know how to handle it, because there was no creativity against a team that was not trying to come out. It was a team that was happy to leave with a point. Everyone in the middle was ineffective. João Pedro had his worst performance of the season. Caicedo had his worst performance of the year. Enzo Fernandez was so horrible with his weight of passing. Some were good, the majority was shit. Neto, Garnacho, you man showed up for one goal and nothing else. And then the rest was just cross spamming or just awful end product. Only Achimpong, Sanchez, and Cucurella are coming out of that game looking decent. Sanchez didn't do nothing wrong. Cucurella didn't do nothing wrong. He was the one getting in the right places in the final third again. And Achimpong saved us a good 3 times before he got subbed off. And I don't know why he got subbed off. Because if it was a fitness thing, I think Maresca would have said it by now. I haven't heard him say anything. So now my thing is, why did he come off? And why did we again go back to Tosin and Chalobah? When we know playing them two together doesn't work. When we know the amount of mistakes that these two have made on the pitch together, why have you put them both on the pitch together? If you want Tosin on the pitch, take Chalobah off. Don't play them both together. Or take both centre-backs off if you have to take Achimpong off. But don't leave me with Tosin and Fofana. I've said multiple times, not Fofana, but Chalobah.
Chalobah, yeah.
Yeah. I've said multiple times this week, if I see Maresca playing these two again and we don't win, I'm cooking you. Because why are we still doing this? Why? When we know the mistakes that these two carry, when we know neither one of them can actually be the leader at the back. They're just experienced. Achimpong was playing and he was the one that was marshalling that back line. He was the one that was showing the aggression. He was the one that was stepping out and he was playing on the left. He's a right-sided centre-back and he still handles the left side better than Chalobah. But this is also why I can't be asked with Chalobah, because you played on the right this time. Every time I've criticized you, I've said you played on the left, so I understand. You played on the right. Still a bozo. I'm sorry, you can leave now. You can leave. Because I got enough right centre-backs and you're just not it. You're not it unless I have a better centre-back next to you, and that's the same thing for Tosin. One of you can go, or both of you can go. I don't really care like that. But I can't see both of them on the pitch together. You see the stupidness for the second goal. It speaks for himself. Tosin's moving passive as hell. Chalobah's just standing there with brain lag. He's not even looking at the players come like just trying to get behind him on the counter-attack. He's just staring at the ball. It's stupid. And then the first goal, Garnacho and Neto again. Like Garnacho, I thought you would have learned from the Brentford game. Typically, of course, you didn't. You didn't mark your man at the far side of the post. And here we are. I think a lot of people turn up for us in this game.
You know what it is, yeah?
We thought it was an expected victory, and they just came into it complacent.
Bro, like, I'm not going to profess to watching bare Chelsea content, yeah, but I'm slightly concerned, yeah, with the lack of people calling out your recruitment. Because, bro, I'm hearing loads of chat about Chalobah, loads of chat about Tosin. Who built this fucking squad, bro? 2 billion quid, yeah? And you, man, have the cheek to end the summer with no first choice centre back, brother. Really, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you man just bringing in bare prospects, and like it's a joke thing. I'll be honest. When I look at your defense, people talk about Chalobah and Tosin, but the fact that them two, there's a possibility that them two should be starting together. That's down to your recruitment, because
absolutely,
like it's a fucking joke, blood. I'll be honest, yeah. Like, I used to look at the Chelsea squad, and I used to say, you know what? Midfield is the only department that Chelsea are better than us in, especially now, because we definitely got a better keeper, we got a better attack, and we got a better defense. But
I don't know about the attack when fit, but now I hear it.
Yeah, but even when it's fixed, I don't. When it's fixed, yeah, like if are you counting Cole Palmer as a winger or a 10?
I'd say
because if you're playing him as a 10, you don't have a better winger than Mbumo. You don't. Do you know
I don't know. Because I'm thinking Esteval, João Pedro, 10's Cole Palmer on the right for me.
But yeah, okay, cool. If you're putting Cole Palmer on the right, I'll allow someone to say that Cole Palmer over Mbumo. Like, I'll allow that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll allow it, even though they're very different types of players. João Pedro ain't better than
Cunha. Anyway, you know what it is.
Yeah, João Pedro ain't better than Cunha for me. Do you know what I'm saying? Delap ain't better than Sesko. Who's your other striker?
So that is not
exactly. They're not better than Sesko. Like, it is what it is, innit? Like, I'll be real. So when I'm looking at your
I haven't watched enough Sesko this season,
and Garnacho and Cunha Garnacho and Neto and Gittins,
left,
like, bro,
I can see the left side. I can see the
them
left
man ain't
side.
better than anyone, innit? So I'd rather have my attack than yours, innit? So it's one of them ones. I'd rather have my defense than yours as well. So it's one of them.
Centre-backs, I'll give you. Fullbacks,
fullbacks, bro. Reece James is the best fullback in the league for me. So I ain't respect him, but he can't do everything himself. Your centre-backs are horrible.
Yep, I agree. And that's what I was gonna say. I was surprised you haven't heard us talk about recruitment. That's all I've been hearing.
Bro, like, that's the only thing you should be talking about, because I've been hearing names of players, but these players didn't sign themselves. When you brought Chalobah back,
where it is. You know where it is.
Chalobah back from loan, yeah. The highest fucking agenda in the summer should have been to replace him and get him sold. Yes. Do you know what I'm saying? You just kept him. Like, that's fucking ridiculous. I can't even lie. You cancelled the loan because you were desperate. You've now got the whole summer to replace this youth, yeah, and you don't fucking do it, bro.
Bro, we've spoke about this window so much that I feel like a broken record bringing it up again. I called it a 4 out of 10 coming out of the summer window. And even that was seeming, it seems generous now. Because look at how much not getting a centre-back and a goalkeeper has impacted us. I told people, you can talk about the depth that we've got and getting João Pedro and Delap and the two wingers and all of that. We knew what 3 things we needed and we got one of them. So you cannot just by default tell me that it's anything higher than a 5. And I don't even think it's a 5 because you have burnt 90 million on 2 left wingers that do not start in my strongest team. And not only that, Tyreek George still did not get sold, so I didn't even need the 2. And then I had Chelsea fans trying to give me copium saying,
what happened with Tyreek George? That got cancelled on the last day, didn't it?
Yeah, he was meant to go to Fulham.
So he's still at the club and he's just not playing.
You should have kept him anyway. Like, for fucking Garnacho. I don't need to explain to you how mid this guy is.
Garnacho's not a massive upgrade on him.
Say that again?
Garnacho's not a massive upgrade on Tyreek George. That's the funny thing.
He's not an upgrade.
So you spent that money, 40 million for a guy that's competing with your academy player.
Bro, Tyreek George's cameo against Ajax is better than anything Garnacho's shown me this season. I can't be asked for this fucking move because I knew exactly what it was going to be when I saw it coming. So many signings that Chelsea make. You can be like, look, I'm not so sure because of the lack of experience and everything. It's not the same with Garnacho. I've watched you play for 3 seasons. I know what you're on. And I'm meant to say, but we need a Mudryk replacement. Who the fuck said I needed to replace Mudryk going into the summer? Nobody. Nobody cared that he left.
It's true. Even when Mudryk wasn't available, no one was saying, you know what? The reason why Chelsea aren't winning is because Mudryk ain't available. Like, bro, most Chelsea fans probably forgot he played for the club. He wasn't missed.
Holy copium, man. Fucking stupid. Like, we all know this window's garbage. And, like, it's been obvious. Because like we lost Colwill and then Badia Shield came in and then was gone. And I'm sitting there saying I need to rely on Fofana to stay fit for a season. That's my game plan. So Fofana, please
Again,
stay
he's
fit.
another player that if you're recruiting properly, yeah, he's another player that you look to replace internally, yeah, because he's unreliable, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the reality. You can't look at fucking Fofana's appearances for Chelsea since you spent all that money on him, yeah, and thought, you know what, we're gonna rely on him to be fit for the whole season, bro. It's negligence, bro.
But the one thing I'll say with Fofana is I think you have found the internal solution with Achimpong. Very similar profile. The problem is we needed the ball playing centre back next to him, and now we're trying to get him to do both of those. Yeah. And like, okay, you're putting all this responsibility on an 18-year-old, and now he has to carry my back line through the season. This is a joke. This is stupid. You should have just got a centre back. But no, I needed to spend 90 million on 2 left wingers that don't start for us because I have goalkeepers and centre backs coming from Strasbourg in the next year. But Quenda, who's at fucking Sporting and is joining as a left winger next season, figure that out because I've just bought 2 left wingers and I couldn't sell the other one. How does that make sense? You tell me to wait for the future with 2 more important roles and then tell me I've got 2 options now and another one in a year's time. It's contradictory. This window's been garbage. We all know this. Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't heard it more. I really am.
Yeah, it's a mad thing. I just keep seeing specific players' names being mentioned, yeah, and performance levels being mentioned. But the facts are, yeah, the fact that you're in this situation in October and you're still in 4 competitions, yeah, is looking bleak, fam. I'm telling you, it's looking real bleak because even if everyone's fit, you're still relying on the same players.
Bro, we're relying on 18-year-old Esteval and 18-year-old Achimpong.
This is what I'm trying to say.
Figure that one out. Caicedo's playing on a knock. Enzo's playing on a knock. João Pedro's playing on a knock. Palmer's out for another few weeks. Delap's only just getting into the team. Fofana's a game-by-game basis. Lavia's a game-by-game basis. Because we knew the amount of minutes that we played was going to catch up to us. Right. We've had the whole World Cup in the middle of this and only a 2-week preseason. I'll call it an excuse all they want. I don't think it's an excuse for the recruitment, but it's just a situation.
It's not an excuse for the performance because I even said when you got to the finals of the Club World Cup and you won it, I said this is either going to be a good thing or a bad thing, innit? It's either going to be good in the sense that your team's already gelled because a few of the players went there already, like João Pedro and stuff like that. So you can take it like a pre-season thing and then you'll carry the momentum into the season, or you're just fucking burn out. Do you know what I mean? And it looks like the latter. So
it was always going to be a burnout, but that's why the window was so important on top of it. And like, keep going back to what they said before we got top 4. We need top 4 so we can bring in more superstars. Same window I would have had if I finished 6th or 7th. Recruitment has been pathetic. And they've got by off how good Maresca is, in all honesty. Because we weren't expected to finish top 4. We weren't expected to win the World Cup. And because Maresca and the squad managed to get the best out of themselves for that, they thought they could just ride through this season because we're ahead of schedule. No, if we're ahead of schedule, you jump ahead of the schedule too. Nah, let's go and get Garnacho. For what? I've got Quenda coming in next year. You man are telling me how important he is going to be for us. What do I need Garnacho for? I wouldn't even send him to Strasbourg right now. I don't even think they do anything with him. And I'm meant to do something with him on a weekly basis. All right, cool. Cool. It's pathetic how we've handled this, man. It's pathetic. I hear people criticizing in isolation just because you could go through any defeat or any drop points and just say recruitment. Because it will all come back to it. So eventually you got to just look at who's on the pitch and who isn't turning up for you. Chalobah, sorry, you're not good enough. You're good depth, and I think I've got enough depth at this point so you can leave, personally. Neto and Garnacho wing pairing fucking stinks. But Esteval and Gittins played 90 minutes on the game before, so I'm not surprised that they didn't start. But I'll be real, I'd rather that be my wing pairing from now. Gittins looks a little bit composed on the ball. He can actually beat his man consistently. There's something I can work from. say whatever you want about Gittins' level of experience. I will look at him and I think there's something there. I will look at him and think there's something that can be nourished or be nurtured into a better player. Esteval speaks for itself what he's shown for us. The fact he's already my best swinger at 18 is probably an indictment on recruitment in itself, but I don't have to worry about him. That's my best swing pairing because I don't trust Neto consistently, or not unless it's a transition game.
And he's had long enough as well, bro. Neto cost 60 million. This is what I mean. This is what people are forgetting. Like, and this is what I mean. Like, people are going on like this guy wasn't a relatively big money signing, bruv.
Yeah, and he's on his day, man.
Yeah, and he's the only one that survived, innit? Because the window was him, Sancho, and Joao Felix, and he's the only one that's still there.
And then we went and just got like a worse regen of him and Garnacho for no reason. Absolutely unwarranted. Once you got Gittins, that should have been it. Gittins and George, I'm fine. I don't need Garnacho. But here we are.
So what are you making? Because Don's trying to tell me that Gittins is ahead of Garnacho in the pecking order, blood. What are you making of them? Because, bro, like, how can you really separate them?
Gittins is not ahead of Garnacho in the pecking order, but he should be. Because like, I think he's shown me more than Garnacho in the time that he's spent at the club. And also, because of his lack of experience in the Prem, lack of games that he had coming into the Chelsea reign, I could give him a bit more leeway. You're still learning a new league. And you've still shown me more in the limited amount of minutes I've seen you play. That Ajax game is better than anything I've seen from Garnacho, full stop. And before anyone says it's Ajax, I've seen fucking Garnacho start against Benfica. He was trash. I don't care if he got the assist. He was trash. So Gittins has shown me more, but he's not higher up the pecking order just off a lack of experience.
That's exactly what I said. It looks like Garnacho is the first choice on that left-hand side for now.
He is. And I don't like it, but he is. Because Esteval isn't going to be like starting game in and game out because he's just 18 years old. They're not going to integrate him into the squad that quickly. Strongest 11 has him there and Neto on the left. But I just don't think you're going to see that often. And you're definitely not going to see Gittins and Esteval playing on the wings together either. But I'd rather it. I think I'm getting more from that wing pairing. So he should be, but he isn't.
Boy, this
it's
is Garnacho
Neto that's up the pecking order right now.
This is what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Times like this, but man have to be grateful, guys. This is what I'm trying to say. Everyone had chat for man. And that's why when I was saying, about our recruitment and people were trying to say, oh, we're trying to do what Chelsea are doing. We're not trying to do what Chelsea are doing, bruv. Man went and signed fucking Cunha and Mbumo, 2 proven players, bruv. You know what I mean? With a combined fucking nearly 40 goals in the league last season, bro. And then man are fucking around with Gittins and Garnacho, bro. Like, it ain't the same. And that's why as much as... Yeah, I got bare heat, for the owners when it's needed. But at the end of the day, when you look at our recruitment and you look at what Wilcox and Vivell have done, bro, you can't fault it. You can't fucking fault it, bro. Man, I've gone 4 for 4 in the transfer window in the summer. Do you know what I'm saying? And we got the right players and we got the players that we wanted as well. And that's the most important thing. We got the players that we prioritized. And people don't forget that the manager wanted Martinez and we ended up with Lomans, Do you know what I'm saying? So, and the manager wanted Ollie Watkins and we ended up with Sesko. Imagine if we got Watkins and fucking Martinez. Different ball game. And that's just what it is. So man have to trust the recruitment. I can't. And Gyökeres. Let's not forget Gyökeres. Fucking Johnny Bravo. Imagine if we ended up with him after all that chat. Because
I was saying United. I mean, Arsenal should have gone for Sesko, and it's looking like
but to be fair, they did want Sesko. Do you know what I'm saying? They did want Sesko, but they didn't want Sesko for that price. Do you know what I'm saying? And apparently Arteta wanted Sesko, and the director.
No, I mean, he would have suited them better.
What's that?
No, I mean, he would have suited them better, innit?
Of course he would have suited them, but bro, anyone would suit Arsenal better than Gyökeres. He's fucking shit, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Right. Like anyone that could play football would suit Arsenal better. Like, let's be honest. Do you know what I'm saying? They would have been better off getting Ollie Watkins. At least he can actually run.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
at least he can run. He's got mobility and a first touch and ball control and all that.
But this is what I'm trying to say. So
But then again, I've got Garnacho, so I can't even cuss it too much. He's the same fucking thing.
but this is it. So I'm in a situation where it's like, bro, if these men are gonna give me another 4-for-4 window like they gave me this season, next season I expect to make a serious statement, bro. Because we're one more 4-for-4 window from actually challenging, for this league, bro. Just because of the state of it. I can't lie. Like I seen a stat today where 20% of the goals in the Premier League have been scored from corner kicks or something like that, bro. Like we're going backwards.
That low.
Yeah, bro. 20%. We're going back to the Stone Ages when it comes to football in England, bro. The football in totality is getting progressively worse.
Bro, I watched Spurs do the Arsenal on the weekend. I had to end my watch along early. They were shit and were 2-0 up off 2 corners. I was like, I'm not watching this.
It's nasty.
I just watched the Arsenal
what I'm
game.
saying?
I'll do this again.
So, like, it is.
And then again, we're even doing it to a point anyway, because we're having our iffy games in open play and getting a set piece. Like you guys who got good recruitment, it's just Amorim that's your problem. Like I always said, 1 game a week was going to work to your advantage. You started a bit slow, but now you seem like you're getting in some form. I didn't catch your game though because it was just after us, and my head was just gone. I didn't even want to look at football after that Sunderland game. It made me sick. Yeah. Then also seeing you guys were 1-0 up, I'm like, these lot are above us now. Yeah, great. Wrap the weekend. I'm going to drink. Just went and got blackout. I haven't drank in 10 days before that. So
I hear it.
Jaegers all night.
I hear it. Man said United are actually the best ranked team in open play. You know why? Because it's just individuals, bro. That's it. We got the best we got the best individual attack, like at the moment, in terms of how they're performing, in terms of output. Do you know what I'm saying? On paper, Liverpool have a great attack, but they're not performing. The output is not there, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the reality. Like, Wirtz ain't performing. Isak's not performing. Ekitike is the only one performing. Gakpo's not performing. Chiesa's not getting minutes. Liverpool's attack, Mo Salah's not performing, or is he performing? He probably is performing. This is his level. So when you look at Liverpool's attack on paper, it rivals Man United, but in reality, it doesn't. The reality is it doesn't. Do you know what I'm saying?
This is another reason why I'm so pissed off with the way that we've handled this window, though, because I look at the league and I think this is an opportunity to leap so many man. And now I'm just here still thinking that because of how bad the top 4 looks in open play, I don't think there's a real reason for me to panic, but you're leaving me with very little room for error. And like, there's always a bozo moment around the corner. I look at the games that we got coming up. We got a Spurs side that's not good, and we always do well against them. I think we're going to beat them. Wolves are bottom of the league, no league wins. I think we're going to beat them. Burnley after the break, that'll be tricky, but we should get a stinky victory out of that. We're capable of just getting a stinky 1-0, 2-1, walk away. Then it's Arsenal. My whole thing is like, this whole thing we're talking about being in the title race until we're not. If we are, you're winning all of those games, including the Arsenal game. So, Chelsea, that's up to you. Everything's winnable up until the Arsenal game. And you lot love switching up on against the bigger teams. So, I'm going to need you to switch on again. By then, Palmer should be back. Hopefully, Fofana can give me a 90-minute cameo in one of those games. Lavia can give me one in the other. And Arsenal aren't good enough in open play for me to be scared shitless about them. And we're good at defending and attacking set pieces. So, I'll fancy myself in that game. So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but this is it with them. Like, when people are saying, Rants, aren't you scared they're going to run away from... Bro, they're not running, they're walking, bro. Like, when you look at their open play goals, they're not running anywhere. This is the reality. Unless they learn how to score goals in open play, what will happen is the same thing that happened last season. People started to suss out how to stop them from scoring corners. Man, we're leaving players up on the halfway line and stuff like that. It's only a matter of time, bro. The longer people are giving time... I tried to tell
that to Troops yesterday, and then he was like, no, but we were focusing on the Champions League. I'm like,
but you're not focusing on nothing, bro. The longer people are given time to download data on Arsenal set pieces, they will fizzle out. And when they fizzle out, they'll be left with what they're left with. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about them. It's the start of the season. They got giddy like this last season. And the same thing happened.
Just collect the receipts and we'll be back in May. That's all it is. Like, I respect that you can get goals off the set pieces, but you said exactly what I said yesterday. There was a period last season where you stopped. Albeit you bagged one against us, I think, in March, and I think that was the only goal that they got from set pieces. And now we're better at defending.
Bro,
set
you even
pieces.
saw the
The
City
long
game,
throws we
yeah.
suck at.
Donnarumma almost stifled all of Arsenal set pieces just by coming for the crosses, bro. Like, the more time that you give people to analyze what they're doing, someone will work it out. And not only that, yeah, they are one injury to their set piece takers, Declan and whoever, because you notice when they don't have Declan's delivery, I think against City, Rice didn't play against City, did he?
I can't remember.
Or was it Saka that didn't play? One of them two didn't play.
Yeah, Saka didn't play. He was off the bench.
Yeah, Saka didn't play. And Saka's left-footed delivery, yeah, from corners, they miss that when he's not playing. And Rice's delivery from the other side, they will miss if he's not playing. If Rice is not playing, because his corner kick delivery, he drops that shit under the fucking crossbar. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, his delivery is fucking top quality. So they lose that. They lose a weapon because they can't replicate that. They cannot replicate that. So it's one of them things where someone will work that out. So I'm not really worried over the course of 36 Premier League games and also however many European games and other cup games that they play. Somebody's going to work it out. So it's easier to work those things out. If they were free flowing and scoring goals at will, I would be worried. But I've seen nothing to be worried about. It's easier to study set pieces than to study individual brilliance and how to stop that. It's very hard to stop individual quality when it's everywhere, because you try and mark one player out the game, someone else shows up. Try and mark two players out the game, the third person shows up. And this is the one thing I like about our attack, is I feel like it's just individual brilliance. Like, it's not coaching, it's not build up, it's not any of these things, bro. It's just man just doing things. When you look at Cunha's goal, bro, it was a good pass from Casemiro, but make no fucking mistake here. It's not easy, bruv. He snookered that right in the far corner. Like, that's half a chance. That's half a chance for a decent player.
That was all placement.
Yeah, for a decent player, that's half a chance. And then Mbumo, first goal, puts it through the player's legs. And then the second one, he rifles it in the fucking roof of the net. Like, these things are just, it's pure player quality. It's nothing else.
And you look at Arsenal, like, for all the good that I could say that they've done with their recruitment, I still look at their best 11 and I have the same, like, thoughts of them as last season. It's quality defense. Very midfield that's very tough to break down, but there's not a lot of creativity in it. And up top, you're still only Saka and Inshallah. Because fucking Gyökeres stinks.
Bro,
Martinelli's good off the bench. Martinelli's good off the bench, but he's still not great starting. Trossard's not good in open play. And then you're in the same 21-22 predicament that we had with Havertz and Lukaku, where with Lukaku, he's not good, well-rounded, but he's your best finisher. But with Havertz, he's good, well-rounded enough that you'll make more chances with him, but you don't have the finishers to bury those chances.
Absolutely.
So you're in a little predicament.
And you don't create a high enough volume of chances to make up for Havertz's lack of clinical finishing. You don't create enough. Do you see what I'm saying? So this thing here, when he's saying, "Oh, we've been a set piece team for 2 years," and you've won fuck all, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So saying people can't stop your set pieces, they've been stopping them. That's why you ain't won anything. So what are we talking about? Over the course of the season, you will get found out like you got found out last season. Because last season, your routines got sussed, and then you've had to change them. And people will work these ones out too. Give it time, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because it's a long season. It's only October, mate. It's only October.
You beat me to that. Because at the end of the season, again, you stopped scoring set pieces.
By January, you will be rumbled. People will work it out. Do you know what I'm saying? Every single team in the league will have a data team and that will be analysing how to stop Arsenal. Because that's the way to stop them. Stop their set pieces. You rumble their whole game plan, bro. You rumble it.
Yeah, because they don't do enough in open play. They control games. They're very hard to break down. But that's it. And also, like, I also think certain games forwards need to do a lot better too. I keep going back to that Fulham game with Harry Wilson. Just because there was that bullshit stat going around about no shots on target conceded in 2 games. Forwards need to start taking their chances better then.
Absolutely.
Because you get the opportunities and you scuff your chances. But
100%.
leading back to the Chelsea-Arsenal game in a month's time, like, I would respect the opposition, but I wouldn't go into that game expecting a defeat. because I think we're much better at handling set pieces now than we were last season. It's long throws are our only real problem. And even then, it's a commitment thing. And it's like, look, you dickheads, I know you'll wake up for the big matches, but when it's Brentford and Sunderland, you dickheads want to fall asleep for a long throw. Fuck you. Yeah. Wake up. Fucking Garnacho falling asleep and not marking his man again. Chalobah not wanting to jump for the ball again. Neto, you're meant to be good defensively. You still won't do that shit. But I know they'll wake up for the bigger games because that's what this team's on. We'll turn up for the bigger games, but then when a team like Sunderland gives you a little sucker punch, you don't know how to handle it. That's Chelsea all over.
Yeah, it's jokes, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to be interesting to see how you lot bounce back from this result, if it's a one-off result or if you man are actually kind of in a rut, bro, because I don't know what you man are doing right now, bro. Now,
we'll bounce back like from a results perspective because this is still our only loss in our last 5 games. It's a performance thing. People can say that we've not looked good and got results. I'll be like, fine. What's also giving me optimism is I don't think any of the top 4 have looked good and they've just got results. So as long as we can do that with key injuries in our squad and my best players playing with knocks, fine. I don't need or expect us to play pretty football. Go and get results, especially with the nature of the opposition that we have right now. Wolves, Tottenham, Burnley. Like, really, you can go and win those 3 games. I don't need you to play beautiful football. I need you to just win those matches. Then we'll have the likes of Palmer back. We should be able to utilize Fofana a bit more. Badiashile returns, which will give me a bit more depth at the back. Lavia should be a bit more fitter. And then hopefully the players have recovered from their knocks. Get me through this month. You get me through this month, I'll be a lot more confident for the next month ahead. And you've got a good enough run of games that you can do it. All I'll say is don't expect us to look good while we're doing it because clearly whenever we take the lead in games, we want to just slow down the tempo because of our players' fitness levels. And that's why people don't like the way that we play. And that's also why the manager comes down for a lot of criticism. But for me, it's in isolation. I criticize the subs. The subs were crap and the subs were too late for me. Like way too not reactive enough, in my opinion, actually. But that's about it. I think we've still thrown him into this situation because it's yet again another garbage window. Man dropped a whole thesis on why we needed a centre back. He said, look, I played Badiashile centre back in the Conference League final. Horrid performance. One of our worst halves of the season. We played Fofana centre back away at Bournemouth last season. One of our worst halves of the season. We cannot do it unless we have Tosin or we have Colwill. And they said, internal solutions. Okay, cool. Here is your internal solutions. And it all goes back to recruitment. That's our biggest problem.
I hear it. You know what I'm saying? I completely hear it. I said, watch out for, what's that? Burnley. Nah, facts.
Yeah, Burnley's going to be a difficult team to break. We got them 12:30 after the international break. I know that's not going to be a pretty match, but just win. Go get a 1-0, a 2-1. I don't give a damn.
They're gonna be resolute, bruv. They're definitely gonna be resolute. You already know what Scott Parker's on anyway. Like he sets his teams up very well defensively. They're defensively responsible at all times. So it'll be interesting, bro. But I just think your defense is leaky and your attack are not scary, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's not a great place to be.
Our whole thing is more spreading the goals around because we still have the most goal scorers in the league. That's why I can believe we can get a goal from somewhere. Like the reliance on one player, I don't think is there. But the way we play, somebody nicks a goal here and there, and we just keep it step into the next game.
Yeah, man said thoughts about Barcelona before Arsenal.
I don't think we'll keep a clean sheet in that game, but they play a style of play that suits us. It allows us to play more transitional football, which we love doing. We prefer that over playing a team that sits back. So, like, I'd respect the opposition again, but I think we can win that. Like, I believe Chelsea can beat any team on their day, genuinely. It's not a copium thing. I've seen us do it. The problem is up here. Like, when you're switched on, you're on job. But when you have lapses of concentration, when you're being lazy on the ball, when you're dawdling in possession, and you're not using your creative mindset, which a lot of these players have, you start looking ineffective. But you don't do this against the bigger teams. You do this against the smaller teams that you're expected to win because it's a complacency thing. So I don't think I'm going to see that problem against the likes of Barca, against the likes of Arsenal. You're going to see that shit against a Wolves or a Burnley. You're more likely to see against... But the difference is they're not good. They're not good. Sunderland have had a good start to the season. They've got one of the best defensive records in the league. You got thrown into that false sense of security when you went 1-0 up and you got sucker punch for it. I don't think Wolves and Burnley are capable of that same sucker punch. But Sunderland are, and you couldn't hack it.
No, I hear it. Yeah, Wolves, they've got to be a shoo-in to be going down. Like, I don't think many teams are going to be worried about Wolves, to be honest. But yeah, that Burnley game, yeah, you know the way that it could be that. Is there any talk of like any reinforcements in January, or do you reckon this is the squad that you got for the season?
There's been talk of potentially going in for a centre-back, but nothing I could really believe in. I think if we were to do anything, it would just be a recall thing. Just because we still got the UEFA squad cap things hanging over our head for the next 2
Who would you be
windows.
recalling, though? That could make a difference.
Mamadou Sarr from Strasbourg, or Anselmino from Dortmund. And Anselmino's only just started playing regular first-team football, so I don't think it would be him. It would probably have to be Mamadou Sarr, if anybody. And I don't even know if we do that, because like Blueco already have their own personal beef with the Strasbourg fans, because they don't like being the feeder club for Chelsea. So it depends on whether they want to piss that fan base off again. But I don't know if that's going to be the move.
But surely if they're owned by the same owner, then they just have to firm it.
Oh yeah, they'll have to firm it, but I mean, like,
bro, they're not a massive club. Like, what do they think that they're a club the size of Chelsea for them to be upset about it?
Nah, not even. But it don't stop them. Like, these men been running riots, protests, and like Strasbourg's been in the best place it's been in decades. These men are going for the Conference League. I think they're top 5 in League 1 or something. But like,
so what are they fucking complaining about?
Want to go Chelsea? Or we could even be bringing Omega back. As you know, we're not going to do that now because he's played. He's going to be here for the remainder of the season. I don't know what we do in January, if we do anything. But if it's not Mamadou Sarr, that's all. What we've done this summer is it. That's just it.
Yeah, that's bruv. What are they fucking moaning about? I don't understand though. You know what I'm saying? If they're getting players on loan from Chelsea and Chelsea's helping them to do better in their league, then how can their fans be upset about that? Because what's the alternative?
They just don't like being a feeder club. That's it. Yeah,
but bro, if it gets you, if it makes you more competitive in your league, then what's the issue? Because it seems like the deal is benefiting them.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I get at the start because it's very uncertain and you've just been bought to be a feeder club. But the club's progressed. It's gone from mid-table to competing for European spots, competing against the likes of PSG, game in and game out. And like, now you've got a very good chance of winning a European competition. Yeah. Like, I still get that you don't like being a feeder club, but you can't tell me it's not working. Yo, they'll riot again if we send them Garnacho. I'll be so real with you. Like, they're too good for him. They're too good for him. Even being here is bad enough.
Nah, that's.
But yeah, like I don't get to this extent. I get at the start, but not now.
No,
we got more of a reason to be annoyed.
Man said sell him to Strasbourg, bro. I don't think they'd give you money for him. You know them ones, but bro, you know what I'm saying? It might take man on a free or something.
Fucking joke. 40 million spent on this guy, man.
Where's Enciso? He's at Strasbourg, right?
Yeah, we sent him over there. He might be joining Chelsea in the summer too. Omega's going to be joining us from there. Mike Penders and Mamadou Sarr. So we got a ton of players.
So they're massively benefiting then if they got 4 players.
From a financial standpoint, I'd assume so. Yeah.
Yeah, they're massively benefiting.
Penders is alone, and I think so Sarr.
But that's what I'm saying. So that means Chelsea are paying their wages, right?
Yes.
So there you go. So what are they fucking complaining about?
They just don't like being the feeder club. It's like, now I don't get the moaning. I don't get it anymore.
Yeah. Like,
I'm fed up with this guy because I knew exactly what I was going to see.
I've
I've kept it consistent where it's like I will judge you based off what I've seen at Chelsea, but it's the same shit I've seen at United.
But he was never going to be anything different. And the thing is, yeah, United were more of a transitional team than Chelsea. So that in mind, yeah, he was always going to look better for us, and he looked shit. Do you know what I'm saying? So Garnacho with limited space, yeah, is an absolute eyesore. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Garnacho, literally, for Man United, chasing long balls. Like that's Garnacho's job, just to help relieve pressure by chasing Bruno's hoof balls over the top. Like that's literally what he made a whole career out of. So going to Chelsea, don't expect any help in build up. Don't expect anything.
No, I still haven't got that anyway. Like the brother just makes a couple runs and then doesn't do anything when he gets the ball. He'll have one or two good actions and that's about it. The rest are all just fucking annoying. And then I get told, oh, but he's only just joined us and everything. You've got an agenda against him from minute one. No, do something. Why is Gittins outperforming you? And he's been in the league for 2 months. Why? Why is Esteval outperforming you? Like, I'm looking at what I see.
That's what kills me about Man United fans. It's taken Chelsea fans, 5 minutes to suss Garnacho out. Yet you still had some Manchester United fans in denial, bro. Coping. Like Garnacho could actually offer something, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? The only time Manchester United fans, came around to the idea of losing Garnacho was when his attitude, got to the point where they just started disliking him as a person. But they couldn't be objective. That's the thing about Man United fan. They fell in love with the idea of Garnacho from so early because he's a CR7 fanboy. He was in the academy. So these men fell in love with the idea of him. Oh, give him the number 7 shirt, this, that, and the other. Bro, this is what it is. And this is what I mean. A lot of Man United fans are too idealistic, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Fuck the ideals, bro. Like, this isn't a fairy tale. This is football. And I think because of how things have happened, in the past for Manchester United, it's one of them ones where a lot of these fans, they've bought into the fairy tale of Manchester United, always have an academy player. Do you know what I'm saying? All of this crap, bro. I'm not here for that. I'm here for wins, bro. Like, even this manager right now, like, there's so much about what he does that I do not like. However, my club comes first. If we're winning games, I don't give a toss what this guy does. You know what I mean? I'll be honest, because I can't stand the system. I can't stand how he uses the players. I can't stand the fact that Xerxes and Kobe Mino are not getting minutes. I can't stand his substitutions. I can't stand his body language. I can't stand so many different things about him. But you know what? If we keep winning games, I got bigger fish to fry than him. That's the reality. If we keep winning games, I'm not going to be sitting there saying, I'll get this fucking guy out. I'm never going to be screaming, yo, this guy's the right guy for the job, because I'll always be able to find you a better manager than him. Always. And it won't be hard. However, it was the same with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. When we were winning games with Ole, I didn't give a shit. It was only when we started losing, and we were losing repeatedly, I was like, all right, your time's up now, Ole. Because this guy just looks like a Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, with a fucking masters in football blood. You know them, man. That's all it is. It's exactly like Ole. There's nothing tactical or magical.
I ain't heard that since then.
Because the thing is, the way they packaged this manager, at the beginning was that he's really, really tactical, brand of football, all these other things. But we're not seeing a brand of football at Man United. Our biggest win this season, we were fucking hoofing it and not even winning the first ball and playing off second balls. This is not fucking genius IQ level football, bro. It's far from it. Do you know what I'm saying? So if they packaged it as, you know what, he's a promising young manager, very charismatic, all these other things, then I could actually digest that. But it's the way that they've packaged it, like this guy is like a fucking De Zerbi, or, do you know what I'm saying? Or like a Pep Regen, and he's got his philosophy, and bruv, he don't really have a philosophy. He's an ideologist. Do you know what I'm saying? De Zerbi has a football philosophy that he doesn't deviate from, no matter who he plays. I saw De Zerbi go to the Bernabeu, and put it on Real Madrid. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was very much because of the way that his philosophy is set up. Man United don't repeatedly do anything well. So you know it's not down to coaching. It's all down to individual brilliance. And if that's the case, then we got a Portuguese Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that plays a three at the back. That's all we got. And if we're going to get an Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you might as well have kept Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ruud van Nistelrooy, because I got no affinity to this manager because he ain't done nothing for this club. So if you're just gonna bring a young, charismatic manager that's just on pure vibes, like, what are we doing? You might as well have kept Ruud, innit? Like, this is what I'm looking at. I thought I was gonna see something else. That's why I feel cheated. It's the same with Ten Hag. When I heard Dutch manager, I thought, and philosophy and all these things, I said at the time, the way that Pochettino coaches, Man United squad would have been better for Poch than Ten Hag, because those were the two options at the time. But I said, I want Ten Hag because I want a different style of play. I want someone to come in and implement something. And I thought I was getting something close to Louis van Gaal. Do you know what I'm saying? And I got nothing of the sort.
So you got something better than Poch. I'll give you that.
No, I hear it, but Poch is just a vibes manager. Like, Poch would have probably done better. He would have probably done better because it would have just been pure vibes. Do you know what I'm saying? And this is the reality.
Injuries, I'll say that.
Like, bro, what I'm seeing with Amorim, yeah, Poch never, as bad as Poch may be, Poch has never been as bad as Amorim has been at Man United. Anyway.
I'll give you that.
He's never been as bad anywhere. And he's the epitome of a vibes manager. The epitome of it. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's the vibes manager, but without the vibes, bro. Like, this is it's crazy, isn't it? So while we're winning, you're never gonna hear me screaming, yo, get this guy out of here. But when man are saying, Rants, what would it take for you to be Amorim in? I'll never be Amorim in. Because I don't believe he's good enough.
Yeah, you need to see I don't believe he's good enough. And
I'll caveat that with, I don't believe he's good enough for how they sold him to us. If they sold him to us like, you know what, he's a young, promising manager, we're going to give him a chance. Do you know what I mean? He's the man before the man, and we're just bringing him here to stabilize the club. Fair enough. But you sold this fucking guy to us like he was some fucking genius. I see no genius level shit, bro. I'm seeing some basic shit that he's not even getting right. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them things where people, even when people are doing the Arteta thing, understand Arsenal was Arteta's first fucking job as a head coach. So the learning on the job shit, yeah, I can kind of understand it. Do you know what I'm saying? I can understand it. I wouldn't accept it at my club, but I can understand when man are saying he's learning on the job, you have to give him a chance to make mistakes. Brother, this is his fourth club. This is his fourth club. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, you're not really allowed to now do this learning on the job thing. I don't care how young you are, because Saka's young, but he's a fucking Premier League veteran, bro.
Even then, Amorim's basically had a whole year in the Prem now, anyway. So that's
this is what I'm saying. Like, I can't do this. Like, I can't do this. While we're winning, I'm gonna be over the fucking moon, bro, because my team's lost so often, yeah. Like, I was losing feeling, bro. I was watching games, I weren't feeling anything because man were just getting smoked every week. I was numb, bro. Now man starting to feel, I'm starting to feel again like, yo, like, this is how it feels to be a football fan. Again, because, bro, I was just hating football because I was watching it and I was just vexed all the time. Now man's actually feeling a bit better about life. Now my team's winning games. Long may it fucking continue, brother. And if that moron ends up staying as a result of it, then so be it. Because I don't want my team to lose so he can get sacked. I want my team to sack him anyway. Because then I know I'm supporting the right team. But the football...
Yeah, this is more for the people that will see a win or two and be like, oh, so you backing the manager now?
Yeah, listen, I will never back him. I'll never back him because he's not good enough. But I'm not going to be campaigning for him to be gone while we're winning because it doesn't make sense. Like, two things can be true at the same time. I'm never going to campaign to sack a manager just because I don't like them. Because that's not objective. It's not objective. There's loads of people in life that I don't like, But if they're doing a good job, I'll respect it. Like, I can respect you and not like you. Do you know what I'm saying? I just don't like him because I think he's incompetent. But while he's winning, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I sack him anyway, like for no reason, because I don't like him. That's mad. That don't make no sense. While he's winning, you can stay. But as soon as you start losing, get the fuck out. Like, it's that simple. But you'll never be the guy that I want to be the Man United manager because you've shown me too many times you're incompetent for the level that I believe a Manchester United manager deserves to be or should be. You don't meet the criteria of a Manchester United manager. Like, when the pressure's on, you crumble. You're the same brother that was hiding in the dugout during the penalty shootout.
At Grimsby.
You're the same guy that was hiding. The guy that's supposed to be the leader. Imagine if you're going to war for this brother, you know, and then when the shots ring out, blood, man's hiding. What are you talking about? Man don't hide. Do you know what I'm saying? We've got the fucking Manchester United, the manager of the ladies team, firing shots at Amarim, saying, right, I'm not the kind of guy to fucking hide when penalties are being taken and that. Bro, man can't be doing this. You're a laughing stock within your own peers. So I can't have someone like that leading my team into battle. I can't have it. Blaming the players when we lose. I can't have that. Oh, the players spoke loud to me and they showed me this, that. Bro, we lost to Grimsby because you're shit. I'm not trying to blame the players, but these are the same players that won against Liverpool. Same players that won against Chelsea. Do you know what I'm saying? So what? When we lose, it's the players' fault, but when we win, it's because you're a good manager. Nah, your system's shit, and we're winning. We're winning in spite of you, not because of you. Because we were 3-0 up, and then it was fucking spooky. It was 3-2, and it looked like we could fucking throw the game away. And that's the reality. So I will never beat Amarim in. But I'm not going to sit here and campaign for this guy to get sacked while we're winning because it would be extremely disingenuous. It makes no sense. But he'll never be the right man for the job in my eyes.
End of the season thing where you could be like, yeah, I still want them. It's not even an end of season thing where you could be like, yeah, I still want him gone so I can have a fresh start next season. It's like, now we're in October.
Yeah, bro.
That's what it is.
We're pushing for top 4. We should finish in the top 4. If we don't, I want him gone. Because with 1 game a week, especially because you got knocked out of the League Cup, for me, yeah, now you've been knocked out of the League Cup so early, if you deliver anything less than Champions League football, you deserve to be sacked. Period. 1 game a week. And you finished 15th.
For that. Yeah.
You finished 15th, lost the final, and I've given you Cunha and Bumo, Sesko, and a goalkeeper. Get me top 4. What are you talking about? There's no conversation, you know, because, bro, this guy didn't deserve a single player after what he done last season. He deserved to be sacked after losing that final to Spurs. The fact that the club have shown you a vote of confidence and bolstered the squad, even when you didn't fucking deserve it, you must deliver now. You must. I don't want to hear anything.
Yeah, I hear it. Yeah, 1 game a week. We've spoken enough times about how you should be handling that and the tempo that your squad should be playing at. Now you guys are finally starting to use it to your advantage. So yeah, you should be competing for top 4.
100%. 100%. And this is it, bro. Listen, I'll always want him replaced. However, I'm not going to campaign for him to be sacked because I'd rather spend my energy on celebrating wins, blood. You know that, man. This is the reality. I want to win some football games. I want to enjoy watching my team play. I want to enjoy these victories. I want to beat Nottingham Forest on the weekend and then beat Spurs the weekend after that, bro. That's where I want to focus my energy. Not on getting this guy out the football club. However, if he's fucking losing, then he's got to go. He's got to go. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's it, people. You already know. Anyway, bro.
Absolutely.
Hey, you look, let's get these lights up as well, man. We got pretty much 1,000 people in there. We ain't even got 250 likes, bro. We need 500, really. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hit the like button.
And we got Rants and Gunner. Next, I'm going to redirect to. Make sure you subscribe to Lewis's channel. The link is in the title as well. Also, tickets to my fight are on sale now. The link is pinned in the chat, people. Do you know what I mean? Man's fighting in London in the weekend. It will be 6 weeks away in London, man. So if you guys are local, you know what I mean, please come down. It's central London as well. So easy access.
Let's see if I can do it myself, seeing as it's London. Shit.
Yeah, bro, you should come down, bro, because I know Saeed's told me he's coming now. Roms is coming, Monts is coming, Flawless is coming. But yeah, most of the man them will be there, I'm sure. So
yeah, calm. You know what? I might pull up a ticket myself, man.
yeah, so come through, bro. It's gonna be a good evening. Do you know what I'm saying? We're going to war people. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So
what's the
yeah,
date?
man, big up. Let them know what you got coming up as well, bro.
Yeah, I got Capital Conflict at 6, so I got take another beating from Northside's Mike's and Jay. So keep a lookout for that, guys, and then obviously watch along for the Wolves Chelsea game. I ain't going to that, but I'll be out Spurs Chelsea, so it'll be a vlog for that too.
That's it, people. So yo, big up. I'll see you guys over on Garnacho's channel. Peace out.